It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football?
It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs.
And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It's the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Huard. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Under clear, sunny skies, we are ready for football. And we're off from Arrowhead. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. That was Darius Williams on the tackle.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Man in motion here. 2nd and 10 now. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Back to the air, Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Pressure coming from Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Chiefs finish up an excellent opening series. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Here's Smith on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out to one of the game's all-time leading passers. The top pick back in 2009. Still going strong. It's Matthew Stafford.
Stafford just continues to fight off injuries, and he continues to battle Father Time. And it is remarkable. There's a lot of quarterbacks as we see him age. We see the arm fall apart. We see the wear in the tear and the velocity disappear. You're just not seeing that with Stafford. You can question how long the journey may continue, but you cannot question how productive he is when he's on that field.
First carry now for Kyren Williams. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Stafford from the gun. He'll get this to Kupp. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Chiefs in a nickel set for this 3rd down call. Shotgun snap to Stafford. That one complete to Higbee. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Stafford now on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Looking right, and he finds him. And they get this down to the 28. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They've worked it downfield very well to begin the drive. It's 1st and 10 at the 28. They pick the handoff now, Stafford. He throws a bullet deep to the right. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Chiefs get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from this defense. Not a great spot for them. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Now for the second time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
From the 18 on 2nd down. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Shotgun handoff to Perine. Across the 45 and still going. And they'll finally get him at the 47-yard line. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Here's 2nd and 2. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. Picked up by the Rams. And he's going to take it back for the LA touchdown. The Rams finish off their opening drive. Step 1 is just making the hit, Brock. Step 2, trying to knock the football out with that hit, and they were even fortunate enough to get to step 3, weren't they? Taking that fumble all the way back for a touchdown.
And just look at them. I love the joy.
Yep.
A unit that doesn't get to celebrate in the end zone all too often, they will welcome the chance to be the guys running it in for a change. Cue up the group celebration, and boys, go enjoy the moment.
On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams tie this game 7-7. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Mecole Hardman now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. It's Pacheco again. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. He finds Kelsey running the slant. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
1st down throw, Mahomes. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. DeAndre Hopkins, the one he was looking for. So 2nd down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Tight end going in motion here. Out left, Worthy makes the grab. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Another throw for Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackle made by Cameron Curl.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing again, Mahomes. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. The Chiefs with a chance to break this tie. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Again, Mahomes to throw. Into traffic, complete. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Give him 3 on that game. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Back to the air, Mahomes. Forced out to his right. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
A tight end in motion now. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs get some late points and the lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. Reed now to kick this one away. Here's Smith on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Rams headed back after their second drive now. With the time remaining, we'll see if they can get this into field goal range before halftime. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Throwing now on first down, Stafford. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36, Kupp on the catch. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Stafford from the gun. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. Starts his return from the 23. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. So that brings us to halftime here in KC. It's the Chiefs who've got the advantage heading into the locker rooms. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. Reed now to kick this one away. Here's Smith on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Los Angeles getting its offense set to go to begin the third. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. They send a man in motion. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. That's on target. Puka Nacua. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Up the gut they go with Williams. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they're going to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10 now. Finds his back, Kyren Williams. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
Running for the marker with Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
First down, and they go right back to it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he was able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Stafford back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Williams does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Slot receiver headed left. They'll look to run with Williams. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. Stuffed once again, and now suddenly they're left with 3rd and goal.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
3rd and goal, it's Stafford. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Rams cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Cardi now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams tie things up at 14. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Hardman with a return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Chiefs offense out to take over. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. On target to Worthy. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Running right is Pacheco. And this one does not go far. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That one complete to Hopkins. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Third and a lone yard coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And someone stepped in, it's intercepted! And the Rams will set up just a little bit shy of the 40 following the tackle. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
And what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
Out come the Rams on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's got this down to the 40. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They fake the handoff now, Stafford. It's taken in by Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on 3rd down. To throw, Stafford. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. And that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
He put too much juice into that one. It lands in the end zone. We're bringing things out to the 20-yard line. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
They'll motion a tight end left. 2nd and 3. Hauled in by Greg. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too. Creating the space for a solid pickup.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And they take him down right along the 30. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs going for the win here. All set up now for 1st and 10. A counter give here to Pacheco. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them. Keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Right back to Pacheco. And he's brought down for a loss. Now the Rams will use the 1st of their timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Here's a handoff to Pacheco. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Harrison Butker out now. He knows how big this try is. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. That one is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
Reed now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Throw finds Demarcus Robinson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Throw complete to Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line. Back to throw. That's incomplete left side. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Looking to throw it. That's caught for the 1st. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Here he is to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he'll be touched down after a big play. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. It's one of the biggest moments of the game for Joshua Carty. The Chiefs signal for a timeout, so that's going to be their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Joshua Carty after the Rams field goal try. On the left hash, this would be 43 yards. Looking good, and it's through. And in the final moments, they force overtime.
Overtime rested on his leg, Kate, and he got the job done. And now, well, if things go a specific way in OT, the next time we see him line up, it could be for the game winner.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. He's on the move. Now he takes it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. throwing is Mahomes. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. Well, Brock, 4 quarters, couldn't decide a winner. And now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. And hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Rams headed out to the field now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he's tackled for a short gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. And no look there, that throw falls to the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
The Rams are set to punt. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. A 1st down carry for Pacheco. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
New set of downs for him from the 46. A give right side. Here's Pacheco. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. from the 48. Hauled in by Worthy. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Hopkins put in motion left. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Now, that's one of those plays when you call it, you expect to get decent yards every time. Seeing it stopped at the line, man, that's deflating offensively.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. 2nd and 10 now. Into traffic, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again, Mahomes. Running in the red zone. And he runs it in for the touchdown. Start the celebration, baby. They win it in overtime. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer? Nobody.
So score this a win for the Chiefs. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.